And we are live. This is Triumph, a TD TV original. Ow!
Yes, we are back. We are back today. What the one and only EMISHA
Yes.
Yes, Emisha. Can you introduce yourself and tell everybody just a little bit about who you are?
Absolutely. My name is Amisha. I am classmates with Taji here, and I love Taji. Let me just start by saying that I'm so honored to be here today, to be able to sit amongst a classmate and just do this for him, with him. Um, we used to go to Ridgeway High School together. We graduated together. I
Mhm.
am now in the medical field. I am now a mother, entrepreneur. So things have definitely changed over the years, but I'm just so happy to be here today.
Oh, thank you so much for just being a part of this in its beginning phases and
Yes.
really being excited about it because I am too.
Yes.
It's been 14 years. Wait, yeah, 14 years.
Oh my God. Not 14.
14
Wow.
years. And I'm
Whew.
just like, where has the time gone?
I know. I know. It seems like yesterday we were graduating. I mean, having fun, just being free.
Literally. I remember like when you were like on homecoming court and
Oh, yes.
yes. And you always had the biggest smile. So like your energy has always just been so contagious. And
Oh,
that's
thank
really what
you.
made me reach out to you because your presence online is just always so uplifting. It's always positive. It's
Yes.
always pushing out peace and just praising God. And I really,
Yes.
really noticed that. It's so if you feel like people aren't seeing that, or I don't know if you if you realize how much your positivity is
Impactful.
flowing, it's really
Yes.
noticeable. So
Thank you, Taji. And I
yeah,
try, of course, I feel like we're all human. Life happens. Every day is not going to be roses, but I have a strong faith in God. My walk with God has increased over the years. I'm so grateful for it because honestly, without it, I really don't, I couldn't make it, because as we both stated previously, it be life. And so, you know, just got to
it,
stay prayed up, stay positive. And I'm blessed, to even hear those words from you to know that I have a positive impact on someone else. It's a
absolutely,
blessing. Yeah.
absolutely. Um, it is so much going on in the world right now, and I know that you are a mother. Can you tell? Can you talk about your son and how much like he's
Oh
impacted your
wow.
life?
In a major way. And Taji, I guess I say that I'm honored to be here because this is my moment to be transparent. I have prayed and asked God, I'm like, I want to be more open, not so private with my life and everything, because I feel like I give people just enough. But my son has definitely been a great impact on my life. I mean, I don't know where I would be without him. Honestly, when I was younger and, going through the motions and everything, I feel like when we were kids, we thought as kids we did what kids did. But of course, now being a mother, the ball is in my court and the game has changed. He's looking at me and he's like,
Hmm.
you have to do the right thing. You have to say the right things. And of course, as parents, we're not perfect. We're not going to always get it right. I'm still learning as I go, but I pray
Right.
all the time that, God will just continue to guide me as I lead him because that's important. I mean, we see so much with our youth today. It's so many things that you see today from children. And it's like, I could have never imagined doing these things, at this age or knowing even about this. And it's
Right.
scary. So it starts at home. And I try to love my son. I try to raise him on love because a lot of children aren't getting that. And he's changed me in so many ways, but it's been for the better. And I'm very, very blessed for that because I was kind of going down a dark road at one point, and that's my miracle child. Seriously.
Amen. I literally just got chills listening to you talking about him because I know how much I love my mom. I'm just the
Yes.
mama's boy. Like I still follow her around. Like I'm like, she's like, back up. I'm like, I just love you, mommy.
Yes, I mean it is. It's such a joy. I sometimes I think I get on his nerve. I'm like, I'm ready for him to get home from school. Like,
Oh,
he's literally like my little best friend. So
how old is
yeah,
he?
he's. I'm sorry, he's 9. He'll be 10
Okay.
this year.
Oh, that's the perfect age. Perfect age.
Yes, and
Yes, I
he
love
is.
that. I love that.
Yeah,
So when it comes down to you and your son's relationship, would you say that you had that type of relationship with your parents growing up, or no?
absolutely. Um, for sure, my mom. Like I have always been my mom's right hand. We're like
Hmm.
magnets. I mean, we stuck to each other. So yes, she was definitely.
I can
Can you hear
remember
me?
seeing your mom, and y'all
Oh
look just
yeah.
alike.
Oh my God.
I
And we
remember seeing her in high school.
yes, we get that, especially now that I'm grown. It's like, oh my God, y'all are twins. And I'm like, yeah, I've been hearing this for years.
Yep.
But yes, my
Yes.
mother is definitely, that's my best friend. Now, as I've gotten older, me and my dad, we have, it's crazy because I don't know. At first, it was almost like, oh my God, me and my dad, we have nothing in common. He just like, daddy is just daddy. He like,
Right.
you my little girl. I ain't gonna let nobody mess with you. Nothing happens. So it was kind of like that relationship. But now we talk a lot, and he gives me advice because he's definitely very instrumental in my son's life. So
I love
no.
that. I love
Yeah,
that.
I truly believe that my son brought me and my dad closer together. And that's important
Wow.
to have a relationship with your parents. I love the fact that I can come to my mom's house, lay in her bed, and we have that bond. Like, it's beautiful.
That's what's missing, I feel like. Nowadays, especially with a lot of just hate and a lot of
Yes.
just messages of doom and gloom are being pushed out. Like these
Yeah.
messages full of simple love and
Mm-hmm.
just nurturing. That's what people need to realize and learn,
Yeah.
that it's just simple, just
Yeah.
love and
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And
Um,
that's what we're in need of today, for sure. A lot of love. Just a
for
hug. Somebody just need a hug somewhere.
and people to stand up and do what's right. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
everybody just sitting back, like watching,
Yes.
and then like who's gonna be the ones to stand up and say no, this is not right. And I'm
Right.
yeah. So that is what ultimately, I think we all want for ourselves, to be the best versions of us and have that
Yeah.
confidence to stand up for what we believe in. And I think that these interviews that I'm doing are helping. It's once it's all said and done, it's going to be one of those things that is appreciated from a lot of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, so I have a couple questions for you that
Mhm.
I want you to just think and answer on the spot questions though. So
Okay.
be genuine with your answers. So what is one area of your life that you have been holding back on? And are there any dreams that you have not acted upon?
Oh my goodness. I don't have to think long about this because yes, um just taking that leap of faith and really putting myself out there as far as entrepreneurship, having my business, my cosmetics business. I'm not sure if you remember, Taji, but in 2020 I started my cosmetics business, and I don't know if that was just my year, but it boomed within literally 6 months. I hear people say all the time, oh, well, it took 2 to 5 years for everything to kind of get off the ground. And mine literally soared. And I went and had a surgery, and it kind of put me down. And of course, being a business owner, I didn't really know like all the fundamentals about running a business, having a team that you can trust, and just all the ins and outs
You
to
did
it.
it by
So
yourself.
yeah.
Okay.
And when I went down, everything else went down. So my biggest thing now, it's like, oh, well, will people still, have faith in me? Will they still support me? It's that fear that's holding me back. Like, how do you put yourself back out there? Where do you start? Because I really kind of be starting from scratch, like from the ground. But and I often tell myself, you did it before, you can do it again.
And
So
that
why are
voice that
you?
comes in our head, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yo, you're
That
fine.
that liar, that enemy in our head
Yes.
is
Oh,
always just making up stories, always just telling us no when it should be yes, when we are the ones with the personality and the energy to do it.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So that's the biggest challenge for me right now. It's just like, you know, I guess getting back out there, like overcoming that fear and really doing what it is that I know I should be doing.
Mm,
Because yeah, I mean, and I look at it like I have a son. I mean, and I don't know what the future holds or whatever, but I want my son to even be able to say, "My mama did it." I
I
just
love
always,
that.
yeah, like I'm always trying to set the perfect example for him. Like, don't let anything hold you back. I tell him this all the time. Like, don't be afraid. Just go for it. If it don't work the first time, don't get discouraged. Try it again, or take
My
a
mom,
different route.
she
So,
had to, one point in our life, she had to kind of reset everything, and she ended up going back to school. She ended up having
mhm.
to go without for a bit, just to make a better life for us. But I
Oh,
remember when she graduated, and like I was so proud of her. And
yes.
I always think of that moment when I'm having down moments, and I'm like, my mama did, it, so I can do it too.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And sometimes that right there, like I want to be able to look 10 years from now, and my son is 19, and he's like, well, when I was 9, my mom, she had to pick up the pieces, and she did it. So what's holding me back, And I do. I really want to, like I said, set the best example as I can.
Well, from the sounds of it, you're answering all your own questions right here. Like sometimes that's
I
all we need though. We
know.
just need somebody to pull it out of us. Like,
That's it. That's
yep,
it. So
answering everything.
maybe after this interview right here, I
Period.
might have to get to work.
Period. Okay. Um, I one another question that I wrote down for you was um being faithful is not always easy. What do you
Mhm.
do on the days where you're feeling down and out, and how do you press forward? How do you stay positive?
Absolutely. I have always had to be the one to uplift everybody else. I mean, literally, like, I have women that are older than me that will come to me for words of encouragement. And it's so easy for us to give that. And it's like you preach it, but you're not practicing it yourself.
Ding,
So
ding,
this
ding.
year, yes. And that has been me. I'm not afraid to admit, this year I made a promise to myself. I'm like, the same thing that you put in other people, because I have literally, you know, like prayed dreams into people, and I mean they're living their lives. They're like, doing it, and I'm sitting here like, oh well,
What
but
about me?
yeah, right. So when I have those moments of despair, and I'm not gonna lie, I have had a bit of depression, but I bind it right now. I rebuke that whole spirit. I don't
Rebuke, rebuke,
absolutely on all ends,
period.
because yeah, I never, that has never been me. I've always been the jolly and the one that everybody wants to be around, the positive spirit, and I always want to keep that. So praying is so essential. Praying, I can be sitting at work and literally having a conversation. I have a prayer silently, or a Bible scripture. Absolutely. Listen, a Bible. Yes, that is the go-to. Don't
Period.
play with me. I'm
Period.
telling you, I will whip it out on this phone, on wherever.
Period. 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 Like,
So
do not
yes,
play with me.
I'm telling you. So when I'm on Facebook and I'm preaching, do know I was probably sitting somewhere for about 2 minutes trying to get down on myself, and God was like, not today. You
I love
get
it.
it
I love
together.
it. Um, when you answer these questions, you answer them like that. Like you already know what you need, and you already know,
Yes, because
like,
I'm telling you, it has been rough, Taji. And I mean, life has taught me a lot of things in these almost 32 years, honestly.
mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
I mean, I'm grateful. I'm grateful because with all of that, you know, that's where my wisdom comes from.
You're 32 now also?
I'll be 32 in May. Yep.
Yes, I just turned 32. I'm like, I'm
Okay.
30. I'm in my 30s.
I know, right? We was just 15.
I know. It's gonna all be worth it though, and I think that the whole point of this these interviews that I'm doing, the name Triumph is what I want for everybody. What I'm
Yes.
doing it for myself really because it's helping me also. Um,
Yes.
so it's all good news. It's all
I
good.
know. And I'm so proud of you. We were
Thank
just in the
you.
DMs talking, and I'm like, you know, I want to be a part of this. Yes.
Period. Period. If you had to give, if you have to give a word of triumph to the world and just a statement from Emisha, what would that be? What's your word of triumph?
um, to stay consistent, be yourself, be humble, keep God first in everything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's the smallest thing. Sometimes I find myself, I'm like an old lady. I'm like, God, what do I want to eat today? You know, God is just in everything that I do. So always keep God first. Treat people with kindness. You don't know what a person is going through. You will be blessed just by how you bless someone else or how you treat someone else. So I know being kind is a big thing for me. You know, I hate to see people
Absolutely.
down. And I just know that when God sees things in private, he rewards publicly. So,
Yes.
and yeah, just like I said, take everything one step at a time. That's really important. Don't get ahead of yourself. You know, you got time, and God is gonna see you through.
It's so crazy because this is I've had two other interviews before you and I have one tomorrow and every answer has ended with God. So I'm thinking, yes, I'm thinking that this is all it's all just playing out to be something great and I can't wait to see what it evolves
Yes,
into.
absolutely. And I can't either. I'm so proud. I mean, this feels good. It feels
Yes.
good.
Yay. Okay. I love to hear that. Well, I thank you so much for your time today, Emisha, and I really am excited for all of this to just blossom and get this out there.
Yes.
So, and yeah, any other words for the people watching before we end this?
Well, I do have some words for you first.
Oh,
You are
okay.
amazing. And this is, I want you to continue to allow God to use you because this is something that is literally going to help somebody else. And you're going to see God move and, you know, allow your podcast to flourish. I'm proud of you.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for having me. I hope we can
Oh,
do this again.
we'll follow up. We're gonna follow up. We're gonna follow up.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And to those who are watching, continue to pray, continue because we're living in perilous times, you know, but God protects us. And as long as we have God, we have everything that we need. Don't worry about a thing. It's all going to work out.
Amen. Amen. Well,
Amen.
that's it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the next video.
Okay, Taji, thank you.
If you can, please hit like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.